The Saudi royal family is recognized for living a lavish lifestyle while ruling over one of the world's wealthiest countries. While the House of Saud has a rich history that is well worth dwelling into the royal family's current counterparts, they are equally, if not more, intriguing to investigate, not just for their personal lives, but also for the controversies. Then there are the concerns with Saudi Arabia's stringent regulations, which many opponents claim haven't improved despite Saudi royals lifting some limitations. With so much controversy surrounding the Saudi royal family and their leadership, many people want to know the truth about the House of Saud. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more intriguing videos like this, and be sure to watch this video until the end. Therefore, anytime we upload a new video, you will be notified so that you won't miss out on interesting videos from us. Without further ado, let's get started. The late King Abdullah put his daughters on permanent house arrest. The New York Post published a sad and heartbreaking story about Saudi princesses Sahar Maha Hala and Jawahir Al Saud, the late King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz's daughters, in 2014. Initially, the women led extravagant lives, including unrestricted shopping sprees, luxurious trips to Europe, and high-end accessories such as jewel-encrusted tiaras. However, according to Sahar, the eldest daughter, they are now prisoners in their own home, forbidden to marry and confined against their will. They are being held captive, according to Sahar, because of their outspoken views on Saudi Arabia's repressive treatment of women. She alleged that after the sisters openly expressed their concerns about women being unjustly detained and placed in mental institutions, their father had had enough and punished them. Similarly, their mother informed the outlet that her ex-husband was physically abusive and secretly divorced her. She said that her treatment throughout their marriage drove her to flee to London. King Abdullah began abusing their daughters barely a year after she departed. They had suffered persecution before I left, but when I found out, I was gone. He promised to slowly kill the females. In addition, Princess Sahar stated in an interview with the British television channel that speaking out would certainly result in the sisters losing access to the internet, which they claim is their only connection to the outside world. Saudi royal family members have faced allegations of abuse from former workers. Working for the Saudi royal family, according to several of its former employees, isn't exactly a dream come true. An updated piece by the Daily Beast stated in 2016 that a Parisian decorator received some extremely improper royal treatment. He stated that after going to paint the residence of the Saudi princess, he was tied up, tortured, and made to kiss the feet of the Saudi princess. As if the alleged encounter wasn't bad enough, the decorator claims he was fired without being paid for his job. According to the report, Saudi Prince Mahed Abdul Aziz Al Saud allegedly made unwelcome sexual approaches against 5 women the previous year and was arrested after a neighbor witnessed a naked and bleeding woman attempting to flee his Beverly Hills residence. According to an ABC News report from 2006, Saudi Princess Bunaya Al Saud was arrested and charged with felony battery for reportedly hitting one of her maids. The event is believed to have happened in the princess's townhouse in Orlando, Florida, and the maid allegedly stated that it wasn't the first time the princess had put her hands on her. The royal family has reversed some controversial laws. Saudi Arabia, a country known for its rigorous rules, has imposed harsh constraints on Muslim women that do not exist elsewhere, according to Al Jazeera. While some of these rules were altered in August 2019, earlier laws enabled a woman living in Saudi Arabia to be treated particularly as a kid without the express agreement of a male guardian. They were unable to pursue an education, travel, work, marry, or obtain legal documents. If that wasn't enough, a divorced or widowed woman could legally be under the custody of her son if he was of legal age. One of the first developments occurred on June 18, 2018, when a prohibition that had barred women from lawfully driving was lifted, a move that received worldwide praise from human rights workers. However, while this is a welcome development, many of the women who initially battled against the ban and other forms of discrimination have been detained and imprisoned. Similarly, reports stated in recent years, the Saudi royals have made other favorable changes, such as allowing public movie theaters, which had previously been prohibited for 3 decades, and concerts. Still, while these moves are improvements over the previous stages, the additional intolerance towards those who fought for change in the first place hasn't gone without notice. Crown Prince MBS has made controversial choices. According to the BBC, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman was initially praised for pursuing changes, lifting the driving prohibition on women and attempting to modernize the country after becoming Saudi Arabia's recognized ruler in all except his official title. However, attitudes against MBS quickly evolved. In addition to facing strong criticism for continuing a war in Yemen that has exasperated the situation, MBS has defended imprisoning women's rights campaigners, alleging that they misused their free speech, and furthermore, insiders said that MBS was accused of hacking Jeff Bezos' phone to steal data, which the Saudi authorities strongly rejected. Similarly, The Atlantic stated that the CIA found that MBS ordered the death of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi after an inquiry. As if that wasn't enough, it's also suspected that MBS associates mutilated and dissolved Khashoggi's body after his death. MBS had a lot to say about his reputation during a meeting with the article's writer Graeme Wood and the magazine's editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg. In addition to saying that he was not afraid of criticism, MBS told him that it was clear that he was not involved in Khashoggi's murder, adding that it hurt me and it hurt Saudi Arabia. From a sentiment standpoint, on a creepier note, MBS claimed that if he were going to kill someone, he'd pick a person of higher value and choose better assassins than those that carried out Khashoggi's killing. The House of Saud has imprisoned some of its family members. It's no surprise that the Saudi royal family has no qualms about forcefully reprimanding its family members. Given their tight adherence to norms, according to The Guardian, MBS startled the world in 2017 when he transformed the Riyadh Ritz-Carlton into a holding cell and arrested numerous important officials, including members of the royal family. While the site claims that King Salman ordered the arrests, the order was carried out by MBS. Similarly, the New York Times reported in 2020 that MBS had jailed 3 members of the royal family: King Salman's younger brother Prince Ahmed bin Abdulaziz, former Crown Prince Mohammed bin Naif, and his brother Prince Nawaf bin Naif. According to the report, the former 2 were purportedly deemed potential stumbling blocks to MBS's future leadership. In addition, the BBC reported in early January that Princess Basma bint Saud and her daughter had been released from the maximum security jail. The 2 had been detained for nearly 3 years with no charges ever filed against them. The princess had intended to fly abroad for medical treatment for an unspecified sickness at the time of her detention. While there is no specific evidence, it is suspected that the princess' detention was due to her humanitarian activity or her relationship with the aforementioned former crown prince. Similarly, The Guardian said that the princess has been critical of her cousin MBS's conduct. The Saudi royal family has faced criticism for human rights violations in recent years. While Saudi Arabia has made several significant adjustments to its laws, the Saudi royal family's rigorous enforcement remains a source of contention. According to Amnesty International UK, the House of Saud continues to abuse human rights in a variety of ways, including harsh punishments for people seen to be rule breakers. For example, in 2015, a blogger named Raif Badawi was sentenced to 10 years in prison and 1,000 lashes, administered via public flogging, with 50 lashes administered each week. Of course, Badawi's story is far from unique, and when it comes to punishment, there are many worse methods to punish someone. In 2011, for example, 6 offenders were condemned to cross amputation, a heinous type of punishment in which the opposing hand and foot are severed. Similarly, executions are on the upswing in Saudi Arabia. Human Rights Watch said that on January 20th, 2016, authorities carried out the greatest mass execution since 1980, executing 47 men in one day. Furthermore, the previously noted issue of detaining human rights activists is still a problem. Those who appear to be expressing their right to free expression have been threatened or even imprisoned. The same is true for protesting, which is regarded an illegal conduct punishable by arrest, prosecution, and jail. And that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you subscribe to our channel and don't miss another wonderful video from us. Until next time.